Alright, we are indeed heading the right way. Good news. Oh, I forgot to turn on tracking for Miss Stacy. Hoo hoo hoo. CDS fella gonna be in trouble. Alright. CDS fella out of trouble. Happy wife. You guys know the saying. Happy wife, happy life. There's been quite a bit of traffic. I just got passed by a whole herd of razors. So, need to take it extra carefully. This trail, because it has a bunch of the major resorts on it, is going to be very heavily trafficked. Now, let me just say that the Airbnb that we stayed at in Welch, okay. Thank you. Now let me get my face shield down. Dust City. I guess we could do a little bit of info on Hatfield McCoy logic. We tried out two different things and kind of did it on purpose. One is we Airbnb'd in Welch, and the other is we stayed at the Devil's Backbone Adventure Resort here. The Welsh plan was to ride Warrior and Pinnacle Creek, and Warrior is one of it's kind of seems like the bastard child. Doesn't seem nearly as popular, and it was great. I loved it. It was pretty small, so it was great for a one-day explore, I think. And then I think Pinnacle Creek would have been the same. Great for a one-day explore. But the place that we rented in Welch was absolutely beautiful, and I'll leave a link to it here. The guy just got done remodeling it. Oh, that was third gear. I thought that was second gear. Whoops. I was like, man, this thing's bogging. But anyway, yeah, the guy had just got done remodeling it, and it was gorgeous. The neighbors were a treat. Little old lady next door gave Hannah a doll that she had like refurbished from a yard sale, and it was just so cute. I mean, obviously not wealthy people, but just came over and were so sweet. They said, obviously in their 80s, and they came over and they said, oh, we've just had so much fun since he's rented that place out with all the guests. You know, we come over and talk to them and blah blah blah. Just some really nice old people that don't have a lot of money and spend a lot of time on their front porch swing. We bought a bunch of ice cream and didn't end up eating half of it, and we brought it over to them. caution. And we brought it over to them before we left, and they were so thankful. And but anyway, the amenities, and I think I already said I'll leave a link to it here, or in the description. Beautiful. I mean, it had a fire pit in the back, big spacious house. Price was right. And then we came over to Devil's Backbone, and it's kind of a different vibe. It's definitely a whoa. We're going that way. Uh-oh. Dust cloud. Get out of the dust. Kind of a different vibe. It's a very nice place, don't get me wrong, but it's more aimed towards the 50-something Razor crew. They got a bar and a restaurant, and it's all very nice and new. Not really a whole lot geared towards the kids. They do have a pool, but I don't know, when you're like me and you have a pool in your backyard, you get a little weird about people and public pools, because you know what they do. You know what people do in public pools. But Hannah and Stace did go for a swim, and when they came back they reeked like chlorine, so I was like, alright, well, at least they're keeping up on their chemicals. You guys are sterilized. But this place has like tons of amenities, different options for you to stay. Cabins are brand new. The bed's pretty good. The bed in Welch was way better. But the cool thing about here is you ride right out of your front porch onto the trail, as we did in the beginning of this video. The Airbnb was like maybe half a mile, maybe 3/4 of a mile, and all legal road riding, but not right on the trail. I mean, it's kind of, in my mind, like a box you check. You guys doing all right? You okay? All right. They seem like some West Virginia folk. You can always tell by the accent. Oh, nice little rocky section. But if you guys can't tell, I'm just not really down with the whole corporate vibe. I kind of like to be on my own, and it's like, you know, you're surrounded by 1,000 people. And I mean, you do have your privacy in your cabin, but still just not absolutely my thing. Howdy, y'all. How's it going? Y'all having fun? All right. So yeah, I mean, to each their own. mud out here today so far, boys and girls. Of course, as he says that, that might be the trail up to the other resort. That looks familiar from other videos that I've seen. We might be coming up close to the tunnel here. Oh yeah, okay, this is the tunnel. Here we go. Anybody home? Whoa, the lights. Oh, that's loud. That's really loud. Ouch. Oh, it just blew out my eardrums. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, it was fun. Alright, let's take this one super wide. I don't know if there's anybody coming up, y'all. Doesn't look like it. Alright. 52 is what we want. We basically want to follow main trail till we get to a road. And then we're gonna stop and check our map again and just... What I found super easy to do here is kind of get that some of the trails just turn into other trails just like that. So since we went through that tunnel, we're kind of into the Rock House trail system from Devil Anse. And the trail numbers all reset, like they kind of change. So the different trail systems will have the same numbers. One of Rock House is not the same as one of Pinnacle Creek, that kind of thing. Oh shit. That's gnarly. Are you the end?
Hey, did you guys see a white side by side closed?
No. There's two guys up there. Looked like one had a fuse blown or something. They were working on it. I asked them if they were okay. But they're past the tunnel a ways.
Back that way.
Yeah, back up. Yeah. Lost their buddy apparently. Closed. Oh. 52. Ooh, that's gnarly. That's pretty gnarly. That'll be interesting on the way back. Going up that sucker. I think we'll just back right up to it and just cruise right up it though. Gotta find that first little bit of mud here. Oh no, that looked all muddy from up there. Weird. Weird. Fun little section. Get a little wheelie off of that. What's up, y'all? 3? Okay. Alright, here's the end. Face shield down till you see the dust go away. Okay, I think dust is going good enough. So part of my hesitancy on this quad is I can't get my foot to shift because my knee is so bent when I'm on a hill climb and I'm sitting way up on the tank to keep it from wheeling. So I guess I could maybe try lowering the shifter a little bit, but I don't think it's going to help because it's just a problem of overall Circus Bear ergonomics on tiny little quad. Tiny little sport quad not made for Circus Bear. Like way worse than the WR250R Circus Bear. That was at least I could get to the shifter on that one. I'll tell you guys, I am just so happy to be out riding right now. Yesterday when I got that clutch fixed, and before I even test rode it, I started it up while it was still up on the trailer. I had it up on the trailer strapped down so I could work on it, so it was up in the air a little bit. It made my life much easier and my back much happier. Yeehaw! Oh, I bet you there was a nasty slide there or something. But I started it up while it was still up on the trailer in neutral. Pulled the clutch in. It was, of course, tied down, you know, real tight, so I wasn't going to go anywhere. It would just stall and judder a little bit if it clutch wasn't good. But I pulled the clutch in, shifted it into first with my hand, and it didn't move and it didn't stall. And I threw a little party right there all by myself in the 90-degree parking lot. If anybody saw me, they think I'm crazy. But I was like, yeah, did a little end zone dance of my own. And all was well. Ooh. And then when I drove it around later that evening, we went and did the airboat ride. And when I drove it around later that evening, I was even more happy because it worked perfectly. And Motion Pro, I'm pretty happy with Motion Pro though. I haven't owned a lot of their kit until recently. This twist throttle and that chain brake, and now this throttle cable. Their stuff seems to be quality. Their cable matched the OEM cable to a T. I laid them down next to each other. And the only difference was that the Motion Pro cable wasn't broken. So yeah, super happy about that. And I now have I overnighted some stuff to you know, basically the side of the trail story. Kind of was hoping to never have one of those, but you know, that's life. Things happen. My mom always used to say something to me when I was a teenager. And I always thought it was dumb, you know, because it was like mom advice. She would always say, well, you know, shift happens. And of course, it was a play on the words of, you know, the SHI word, happens. And I understood that as a teenager, but she didn't take it that way. She took it, she took it quite literally. She was like, things in your life will shift. Things are going to change. What is one way one day is not going to be the same way the other day. Yeah. Oh, okay, so that was just a little shortcut up there, up that nasty bit. Alright, so what do we have now? Okay, so this is a Devil Anse ATV resort. Got it. Hatfield souvenirs sold here. Rock house is that way. 62 or 1. So we don't want to go to the resort. I think we want to go to 62. Excuse me, 52. Ugh. Bunch of dirt in my lungs. Don't forget, high hill climbs around corners. Yep. Every time. This machine's happy place is second gear for hill climbs. That's its happy place. I have no idea what gearing is on this. I assume it's stock, but I don't know. Jeez, man. So as I said before, we should just stay main trail until we hit a road. And then once we hit the road, we'll check the map and we should be able to find our way to the cemetery. A little bit of mud, just zoom past it. Okay. Yep. Yep. Ugh. Whew. That was gnarly, man. They have like dust where it shouldn't be. Not making my lungs happy. Woo-wee, yeah.